Hey, what's up guys? Rev here. If you've been on social media the past day or so, there's been a lot of talk about VTubers. This heated discussion stemmed from a topic I covered pretty recently, and that's VTuber face reveals. To sum up that video very quickly, there is a tremendous fascination with discovering the real-life faces behind VTubers and other anonymous content creators. If you type the name of pretty much any VTuber in a YouTube or Google search bar, one of the highest suggestions will have something to do with their face reveal, whether it actually exists or not. I mean, even my name produces such a result, which is silly because my face reveal is right here and it's nothing new. But in all seriousness, the curiosity behind VTuber face reveals leads us into a related and toxic realm of discussion because when their faces are actually revealed, even when done so voluntarily, some fans consider it a threat to their immersion and experience, much as the case with today's video. So roughly 2 days ago, Vshojo Froot posted these selfies, the ground zero of our discussion. As you can see, they have the anime filter applied to them, which is a recent trend that captures a person's features and gives them an anime aesthetic. And yes, there was an enormous amount of support for this post, all the way from nice comments to downright simpery. But that's obviously not the reason why I'm taking the time to talk about this. Among the hundreds of thousands of interactions this post generated, there was also a very sizable amount of negative and toxic responses to it as well. Now let me make this very clear. I've made several videos over the years criticizing members of Vshojo. In fact, typing my name in a few of their Discord servers will grant you an instant ban. But the stupid shit people have said has me coming out here looking like one of their tier 3 simps. All of the criticism stemming from Froot's post boils down to two categories of responses. Number one, that this is some sort of thirst trap pandering for attention, and number two, that seeing her real life face has ruined their immersion. As I'll explain, both of these responses are so painfully stupid and detached from reality that I don't know if I should feel annoyed or sad for how far gone some people are. And there's many examples, but I want to limit the attention directed towards these idiots, even if I censor their names. Here's two examples of the first category. As someone who is not in the good graces of Vshojo and doesn't care if I am, I still have enough self-awareness to recognize that every member of their organization is talented and very much accomplished in their own right. If you think someone like Froot, who streams in front of upwards of 10,000 people at a time, needs to resort to something like this to cling to relevancy, then you're either profoundly ignorant or have no idea how streaming works. To trivialize the efforts of real content producers to something like e-thoughts because your immersion was disrupted by seeing something resembling their real life face is so sad that I would recommend you walk upstairs and confide to your mother about it, because that's likely the only woman you can muster up the courage to talk to. But now we move on to the second and final category of responses, those worried about their immersion being disrupted by seeing Froot's post and those like it. And I think this thread responding to a similar complaint sums this up really well. The first reply says, "Do whatever you want, but for me, a VTuber doxing her/himself kind of ruins the experience." Ah yes, the classic self-dox, a literal oxymoron by the way. I mean, this was a VTuber posting a selfie with an anime filter on it. Take it back a few notches there, hacker man. I don't think you have to worry about getting doxed over that. In response, one user asks, well, what is the important part? Is it that you're worried about your experience being ruined? In which they respond, I guess my enjoyment can't matter to me now. Very black-pilled, sob. Where another user responds with, I think what you're trying to say is, a VTuber posting a selfie breaks immersion from your fantasies. And then our sad protagonist responds with a defeated, must be that. Okay, so for any of the people out there unironically upset about seeing something like this, understand that you were never a real fan. If seeing the face of a VTuber and being reminded that a real-life human being exists behind the content creator you enjoy upsets you, you never really cared about them in the first place. The fact that you can't separate the real person from the character they use on stream is very reminiscent of aunties who can't separate anime characters from real-life human beings. It's a bad look. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about VTuber face reveals in the comments section down below. Subscribe for more daily videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.